So welcome to Frost Sullivan's growth webinar. And the topic we are having today is cultivating sustainable water future through circularity. So today we have participants joining in from different time zones, different regions. Welcome all of you. Myself, Vivekananda Bhatt, your growth expert, growth coach for today, will be moderating this webinar. I am glad to introduce our expert panelists today. We have with us Mr. Mahesh Kumar Sharma, lead for health, safety and environment at ABB India Limited for electrification business and smart power division under the electrification business. I would also like to welcome Mr. Subrat Mitra, Assistant Vice President for Sustainability with Genpact India Private Limited. So both the panelists are experts in the HSC and sustainability field. Mr. Sharma has over 25 years of experience in the HSC and sustainability field, and he is also an expert safety professional. Mr. Subrat Mitra has over 12 years of experience in HSC and sustainability. He leads a team of ESG experts who are responsible for compliance management, risk management, and also for driving the performance enhancements across Genpact's facilities globally. Now, quick look at the today's topic on the circular economy principles on the water management. So basically, there are three important categories of strategies for implementing circular economy principles in water management. So first one is decreasing strategy, then optimizing and retaining. So under each of these strategies, there are different techniques. So for example, in the decreasing, so we have avoid, which means preventing the unnecessary use of water. Then we have reduce, wherein we minimize the usage of water, and replace technique, wherein we substitute water with an alternate material. So under optimizing strategy, we have very popular recycle and reuse. That means the secondary usage of water with or without treatment. And then we have cascading technique, wherein we use consequently the water out derived from one process in the next process. For example, in the paper industry, we have similar technique deployed. And under retaining strategy, we have store, wherein the accumulation of used water, we store it in the reservoirs, lagoons, etc. for future use. Then we have very important recover. Recover is nothing but no waste to wealth technique. So there are innovative wastewater treatment techniques are available in the market today, wherein you can recover the useful nutrients after treatment, and also you can generate energy from the wastewater. Now, how to go about it? What is the step-by-step process to achieve circularity in water management? So basically, there are 6 steps. First thing is the measurement and monitoring. So you need to accurately measure the water footprint of your company's operations. That is the first step. But for that, for the measurement to be accurate, you would need a good metering system. So you would need metering system at the key consumption points. That is very important to get accurate water consumption. And also, we would also suggest that you can invest in the smart metering system, wherein you will get the water measurement on real-time basis and with the real-time dashboards also. So after the measurement, the next step would be establishing of the key performance indicators, or the KPIs. So the KPIs are very important. So for example, you have specific water consumption. So in case of processed water, and in case of domestic water, you have KPIs like water consumption per person per annum. So per person or per employee per annum. Then we have for recycle and reuse, you measure that as a percentage of total water consumption. what is the quantum of water which is recycled and reused. So these KPIs are important. While setting the KPIs and setting the targets, long term and short term, so you need to have a knowledge about what are the industry benchmarks within your industry, what are the benchmarks across these KPIs which you aspire to achieve. Now, after this, the third process is the training and education of the employees. Like any other initiative, water conservation also needs your employees to participate, contribute, and involvement to make it successful. So it is important that we train them and educate them on various best practices in the water conservation. Fourth one would be partnering with the experts. So collaboration and partnering with the experts would be vital because they will help you with the latest technologies, latest solutions available in the market, wherein no you can conserve the water and achieve circularity. These experts will also help you with the information like government is providing a lot of incentives and aids for various water conservation projects. So the experts will help you with this information also. Now next is the continual improvement. So here comes that you have to have a system wherein you conduct periodic water audits, water balance exercise. So energy audits are quite popular in the industry, but water audits are not so much. If your operations are water intensive, it is also vital to have periodic water audits and identify the gaps. So this is very important step for the continual improvement. And then finally, how do I take this, all those initiatives beyond my company boundaries, company gates. So wherein you need to work with your supply chain partners on the various water conservation initiatives, and also with the other stakeholders like the community, the community wherein you do the watershed management programs. So these are the 6 major steps to implement water circularity in any industry. Now, definitely, this circularity is a win-win for both sustainability as well as the economic and the key advantages. First of all, definitely the economic advantages, like the cost reduction. You can reduce the water cost. You can also enhance the operational and efficiency of your processes, and it will also help you in the conservation of fresh water if you are dependent the freshwater resources. So it can help you to reduce that, reduce pollution, and also maintain ecological balance. Definitely risk mitigation. So water risk, water scarcity is a risk for most of the industries, and it will help you with the to mitigate the risk. Brand reputation and transparency in public. You can publish your water conservation initiatives in your supply, the sustainability report, and you can take up the water stewardship in the community. Innovation and collaboration, of course, all this will be possible when you innovate and collaborate with your supply chain partners and other external stakeholders. So there are multiple advantages. Now, Frost and Sullivan has been working with the companies for over last 15 years to improve their sustainability maturity levels through an incisive on-site assessment evaluation program, which is based on 4 pillars: purpose, partnership, planet, and people. So water is also an important element in this assessment criteria under planet pillar. So whole engagement is spread across 3 phases. First is the diagnostic or the assessment phase, wherein we evaluate companies based on these 4 pillars. In the second phase, we conduct growth workshop for the companies based on the gaps identified during the evaluation or the assessment, and we will also share the benchmarks and the best practices prevailing in similar industries and across industries which companies can adopt. And third phase would be the implementation. We help the companies to implement their sustainability strategies. Now, so that's all on the topic brief on today. Before we start with the panel discussion with our experts today. Thank you so much for your attention. I will now invite our panelists for the discussion. So, thank you, Mr. Sharma, and thank you, Mr. Subrat, for your time for joining this panel discussion. And we will start with the best discussion points. So, first, I will would like to invite Mr. Sharma for the discussion. Like today's topic, water circularity or water sustainability. So, how much critical it is for your ABB as an organization in your overall sustainability strategy? Where does this criticality stands, and what kind of targets you have set to achieve these objectives?
Right. Thanks. I think very good question, Vivekji. As we know, the India being a water scarce country, where even the groundwater resources are depleting at a quite faster manner day by day, right? So we are working towards the addressing the risk arising due to this water non-availability. As we know, last year also in Bangalore, as I mentioned about the India, but it's the same situation in Bangalore because we are in India that way. And last year we faced this throughout the city, right? So being here, when we were just doing one, we know that terminology, risk and opportunity. So we started these initiatives depending because this is the situation because water circularity is very important for us to for the sustainable water for the future. Exactly, because when we are doing the risk and opportunity for this for our business, then we come to know yes, being in India or Bangalore or maybe we are in the red zone as per the groundwater level as that's depleting every day. Then from there that we started brainstorming around it and we just planned how we can just improve that for us because one more reason for that for my organization being in ABB I can say or sitting at ABB in Elmangla being at the outskirt of Bangalore, groundwater is the only source for us for our domestic water, right? Addition to the bottled water. So then we started thinking about that. Then we come to know that yes, we have to do something because previously conventionally we are doing some of the initiatives, but that was not sufficient during the depending on the condition. Then we started thinking on that, and with the collective measures on the actions we started taking initially from maybe quarter to 2020 and which give the fruits to us I can say after December 2021. So we have worked on the 6R approach, whereas a short-term plan, as you ask about that, what are the strategy of the plan, and we have focused on the water reduction, rainwater collection, recharge, as well as the recyclability. Whereas, as in your opening notes, you mentioned one word. So, whereas a long-term plan, we are focusing on adopting a water stewardship based initiatives and driving sustainability water management across various stakeholders. For example, making our employees aware on this topic. Even we have to just include the suppliers and the customers also. So these are our plans on this topic. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Sharma, for your insights. Now I would like to invite Mr. Subrat Mitra for the discussion. Mr. Subrat Mitra represents service industry, especially IT and digital transformation. He represents digital transformation industry, a totally different perspective as far as water sustainability is concerned. Of course, there is no processed water consumption much here. It is more on the domestic part of it. So, Mr. Subrat, what would be your priorities for water sustainability in your overall sustainability agenda for Genpact? And how do you know, what kind of targets you have set in this water system?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Vivek and Frost and Sullivan, for inviting me, first of all. I would like to start today's discussion with saying that, as said by Leonardo da Vinci, water is the driving force for all of nature. So, irrespective of what industry I'm working right now, or maybe we all work for different industry areas, geographies, water is very important. Without water there's no life. So we have to think on this seriously. And as mentioned, many just 0.5% of the water is actually potable, which is available. And in that also, many countries already facing serious water crisis stress. So a drop saved here may have impact a life in some continent or some within our own country or geography as well. So keeping that in mind, Genpact being ITITS, we are also kind of maybe a compliance requirement, or maybe because of our own initiative, some of the places there's a compliance requirement to be a zero liquid discharge facility, which is ZLD facility. So we are maintaining the status of ZLD from for more than 10 years now for all our own facilities, irrespective it is a compliance requirement or not. We stayed ZLD. The second big thing is beyond ZLD, what we have also done in the recent past is we have taken a target of becoming 10% water positive by year 2030. And how to do that? So we have realized opportunities like our own facilities, although we have rainwater harvesting systems there, but still we have added more rainwater harvesting systems, recharge uh, systems, so that the overall groundwater recharge is more. We are not using groundwater for our own production or consumption purpose. However, we are charging it so that uh, as a whole, the society can be benefited. And that is one of the biggest challenge as well as opportunity for us. We took to show our contribution towards this water circularity. uh, yes, as you have also mentioned, Vivek, there are two metrics which how we measure our performance, and we are doing this from last 10 years. Our water consumption intensities. One is basis the square feet area, and another one is basis the head count. So roughly we are around 0.06% in terms of water consumption. Sorry, not 0.06, 0.0 KL per person globally, and the other one is 0.23 KL per square feet globally. So this is a very minimal consumption, you may say, and you can say it's a best in class given the industry kind of industry we operate from. It is primarily the domestic water. Uh, just to add to it, in 2023, we got a water balance audit done for our all owned facilities, owned and controlled facilities, which is managed by Genpact. And wherever we had any opportunity to add more water by recycling, maybe it is flushing or gardening or cooling tower makeup, we did that as well. So those were the few things which we are trying doing and trying achieve our water positivity goals, hopefully by 2030 or before that. That's the that's our first step towards water circularity.
Thank you. Thank you, Subrat, for the insights. So I will come back to Mr. Sharma on the first question again on the follow-up of things. Like you said, you are dependent on, of course, your operations are not so much intensive, but you are still dependent on the groundwater extraction for the purpose. So what kind of reductions you have seen in the freshwater consumption or the groundwater extraction over the years? And can you in bit detail on what are the initiatives inside the plant premises you have taken?
Yeah, so as I mentioned initially, right? So we have implemented the as currently we have worked on the 6R approach. So circularity, as it will be similar as you mentioned in your blueprint, right? So it's approximately same
Yes.
what the ABB have adopted just to ensure this initiative, where a short-term plan and we have focused on water reduction, as I mentioned, this rainwater collection, recharge, recyclability, and all that. To reduce the consumption of water, ABB India installed water efficient fixtures, right? So as you consider under monitoring, so we just focus this, okay, how much we are wasting the water during maybe in canteen, hand wash, and all that. So we just try to
Engineering controls.
install the water efficient fixtures, right? Which restricted the use of turf in the landscape area where this green and grass and all that. So there should be some less consumption of water, and plant drought tolerant plant in 81% of the landscape area. So we covered with that. So
Oh,
we will not have more consumption of water through that. The unit has provisions of rainwater tanks for rooftop runoff. We collect that and we reuse that water also, right? So these are the some of the, which is TERI approved filtration system we installed, cross-wave technology and all that for the water positive or the rainwater collection. We have just installed that, which is just simply helping us. And as I mentioned, 88% of recycling of water which we have improved in last 3-4 years, which help of which the sewage treatment plant and recycling the treated wastewater for use the gardening and washroom. Even we started, this is a new we can say experiment for us, because using the STP water for that washrooms, that was a challenge for us initially. We had some hurdles in between, but we just done some research and new implementation, the filtration and UF and all that we just started, and now that is giving benefit of that. So these are some of the implementation, that's conservative strategies we implemented, yeah, at our location.
yeah, Mr. Sharma, like I also believe that you also continuously compare and benchmark the KPIs with your other business units and global factories.
Yes. As I mentioned, that's water positive. This is the ABB first ABB location which we got that water positive certification from the third party, right? TERI under GRUHA, we have certified for that in November 2021. With all these efforts, as a result of that, we got that, and our water index is 1.24 liter. Right? It means
Okay.
when we are consuming 1 liter of water, we are giving back 1.24 liter of water back to the mother earth. So that is one of the KPI, and we have to sustain that day by day with our initiatives. We have to improve that further, because every 3 years we will have this recertification again, or in between some actions we are taking just to further improve it. Even as my co-panelist Subrat mentioned about some KPIs, that's way we also improved that. In last 2 years we improved the per head water consumption by 50%. That's because initially we can say we were not monitoring that, but now we are having everything. Even we'll just come to know that now we are able to monitor that, how much water we are consuming and how much we are saving per year. Yeah, please,
Okay.
over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sharma. So a follow-up question for Mr. Subrat also on the freshwater
Yes.
consumption. Being a service industry, like many of your offices, the places where they are located, where groundwater is extraction is not allowed, and you are dependent on external water sources like tanker waters.
Absolutely.
So how do you ensure that you source this water sustainably, and what is the long-term plan on this, on the external water sources, optimizing their consumption, and what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah. Like uh, rightly said, I think more or less all the companies are working on the same line. Uh, First of all, sourcing it from although I think there's just one or two odd facilities where we have to source tankers. Otherwise, we do have municipal connections almost everywhere, and it is sufficing our requirement. However, wherever we have to do it in some summers or some, for some reasons, obviously we are going with the government approved authorized water suppliers only, so that you know we can say that it is sourced ethically and not by some illegal ways of extracting and supplying. So that is one thing which we take care, we keep that in mind very cautiously. The other thing is reducing our consumption. So or reducing in our consumption, like rightly mentioned, also uh, high installing high efficiency irrigators, adjusting the flow rates of wash basins, etc., urinals, so that the consumption can be optimized. Um, we also experimented trying using adiabatic cooling towers, which doesn't use water for cooling. So that ways also we will be saving waters, especially for cities like Bangalore and southern region where the condition is better. Um, Installed autochemical dosing for cooling towers so that water consumption uh, reduction. There's a lesser need to drain the water after like very frequently. 100% reusing the water for flushing, gardening, cooling tower makeup, as I mentioned. That was the design since the beginning, and wherever we had opportunity to add more, we did that as well. We also have installed this. Okay, uh, so there's one more very important aspect which we have learned during our green building certification process, IGBC, existing building, that even the grass, the turf, consumes a lot of water as compared to many other native species which are less intense in water consumption. So we have reduced our turf areas to make sure that our consumptions goes lower, installed sprinkler system, exploring for um, this drip irrigation for the places it is possible. Although we don't have big campuses to actually install it, but wherever we have opportunity, we will definitely try and do that to further save our consumption. So those are the few initiatives we are trying doing to make sure that our consumption remains lesser, so that our dependency is lesser, and we can manage this risk of water crisis, especially on those areas where we have the issues of high water stress. Yeah.
Okay.
Over to you, Vivek. Thank you so much.
Yeah, good. So before we proceed to the next question, Julieta, can we have the four questions on the screen, please?
Of course, I'm launching the first poll question. Can you see it there on the screen?
Yes.
Wonderful. Is your organization practicing regular water balance exercises and water audits? Yes or no? For our LinkedIn viewers, you can submit your answer in the comments. We're leaving the poll open for 30 more seconds so everyone can submit their votes. Okay, I'm closing now the poll. And over to you, Vivek.
Yeah, thank you. So we will proceed with the next discussion point on the digital tools and techniques. Mr. Sharma, like what kind of digital tools or the smart metering or what kind of technology interventions you have for
Right. Yeah, so as I mentioned in our 6R approach, again, I'm just connecting all the questions related to 6R approach because I got the answer to each and every question in the 6R approach. That was the intention of following the 6R approach. So one of one of our stand for the real-time monitoring. Where we find, yes, the water meters are not sufficient initially, wherever it's required just to bifurcate the consumption for the real monitoring. Then we installed the ABB flow meters throughout the location wherever is required, and we increase that number in double wherever the initially, suppose that were 20, we installed 40 just to bifurcate the consumption and that. So digital type of ABB flow meters we are using now, which is centrally we can just link with that and we can get all the readings at the center, right? That was the one of the tool, we can say digital tools. Now it's an era of digitalization, right? So being a smart factory, as you know that in smart power, we are just trying all this type of some actions, how we can just improve further. One more that good point I would like to share here. After having all this, whatever the initiative we are doing for the rainwater harvesting, we were not sure it is really going to help us or it's really adding something to the groundwater level or not. But in 2023, we installed a piezometer at the center of our location. Now we are, after that installing that, now we are able to see the real-time monitoring of that groundwater level. So just for the interest of the participant, I would like to share in April 2023, because we installed that rainwater harvesting projects and water positivity in 2021. But whatever the efforts we put, we come to know that the groundwater level at during that April 2023 was 62 meters from the we can say from the earth, from the surface, right? In after these 2 years or 3 years, I can say, at today I checked, that is about 28.86 meters. It means approximately in last 3 years we have improved the groundwater table of this location by 30 meter approximately, right? So these are the this is the real digitalization tools what we are using that is helping us, because previously we do not have any evidences ki whatever the efforts we are putting, it's really giving some results to us or not. But now we can just utilize that. Yes, definitely we are proud to that whatever that we are using, definitely we are that is helping us as an organization as well as the society. So that's tools we are using for today.
Good to hear, Mr. Sharma, that you are blessed with solution from your own company, in terms of smart metering systems. Good to hear.
Yeah.
Mr. Subrat, being a service industry, so how do your operations more are digitalized? So how do you leverage digitalization for water management?
Yes. So, like, obviously, it starts with right monitoring, having the meters at the right places. So, obviously, there were places where we have observed that metering was not there. Although, as a whole, maybe there are meters, but there are some more channels or networks which also needs to be monitored. So, obviously, installing meters there. We have also tried going with smart meters for a few of the locations to get a real-time feed so that we can do our analysis better and then look for more opportunities to improve upon. That's there. Obviously, we are working to implement a AI solution to the data of this. We have partnered with a tool for our ESG reporting per se, and there we are also trying leveraging AI to help analyze and give insights real time for the team to take actions where we are can consume less, or maybe we can stop some wastages, or if there's any sudden increase of consumption anywhere, it will give alerts to us. So that's also one of the things we are working upon. As yeah, and yes, piezometers, yes, but we do it as a dip test, once before the monsoon, once after the monsoon, to understand the recharge levels. We do have piezometers across all our own sites as well. Like Mr. Mahesh mentioned, it really helps to understand whether my efforts are really making any impact or not on a real world. So yes, that really helps. And yes, integrating all those data into the site BMS. So we do have a BMS, building management system softwares available at sites where all the feeds from all different water consumption, pump consumption, running hours, etc. All of those get captured, which also gives good insight on a at a layman level, as an operator level, to understand, track how the consumption pattern is going. And yeah, that's how we are managing it with the tools, uh, trying, monitoring, analyzing, and implementing solutions.
Now, coming to the final topic of the discussion today, the questions which was flashed now. So, how do you take these initiatives outside your plant premises or boundaries in terms of working with your supply chain partners and also with the community around your facilities? So, Mr. Sharma, first to you. So, what would be your approach?
Right, on this circularity to the suppliers, it's a because we know that value chain has to work. Only if some organizations are working, it will not work, right? So, what we have done is now we know that ESG framework. So, we have provided a ESG framework for our supply chain partners, where we are in the process of grasping water-related data from them, right? So, initially, last 2 years, we are just trying to motivate them how this can help, and that's mandatory also slowly, so they can just monitor the consumption trend, target for reduction, etc. We started discussing with the suppliers, still not mandatory or something like that, but because we have to push them, we have to motivate them. We also conduct various awareness sessions, including factory visit, to show them how ABB is working on this portion or these topics, right? So they get when they see in the real it's really working, then they will adopt some of the practices out of that. So besides, we almost conduct various awareness sessions where enhance water management initiative across their factories too. We are visiting our suppliers and we are motivating, and we are even awareness session we are conducting for them, and we are setting the example case studies like us, how we have just improved the groundwater level or maybe the water index level. So all these things we are discussing with them, and we are just trying to motivate them. So in our future program on water stewardship, as we discussed, Alliance for the Water Stewardship program we are just taking, we are also working to establish a water reduction targets now onwards for the suppliers also, because that's a part of again the value chain. So we will slowly just moving on that. So they should not feel that they are alone. So they should also feel that yes, we are there just to take care of that, to close that value chain. So these are several initiatives we are taking across the value chain. Yeah, please, over to you, Vivek.
Okay, okay, thank you, Mr. Sharma. And Mr. Subrat, over to you for the same topic. So for you,
Yes.
it's more of service providers in terms of
Yes.
partners.
Yes. See, we have a very intensive program for our emissions, net zero commitments, targets, supply chain also needs to scope 3 becomes very, very important there. We are trying doing develop something similar even for water. Irrespective, it's not a commitment or there's no standard framework available to report to as of now, but hopefully in future it should come up as well, and we will be definitely looking forward to adopt that. However, making sure that we know our suppliers, their emissions, their consumptions, their water consumption, their wastage, and then encourage them, incentivize them. So we have started a vendor evaluation process where we ask them, send them questionnaires to tell them that what are your practices at different at your company levels. We do also check their risk rating through EcoVadis platform. So we have taken the subscription. We understand that how good or bad are they in their sustainable practices. Then we do this direct surveys, get their information, and then evaluate which suppliers are doing good, bad, need help, and then definitely hand holding them, incentivizing them, uh, basis the category and the size and the nature of business they are doing with us, and the geography and the location they're working also matters. So we can't apply the same lens for everyone, but where we can incentivize them by, let's say, reducing their payment terms, minimizing their payment terms by, let's say, 30 days to 15 days or 60 days to 30 days, or by giving some more incentives of maybe in advance or something for MSMEs and all. So making them aware, giving their data to us, helping them to support, conducting webinars for them to make sure that they understand this whole concept of why it is important to be sustainable, and working on those parameters. I think all the E, S, and G parameter, not just the profit parameter. So that's how I think the whole shift is. Uh, so that's how we are also trying incentivizing them.
So coming to our last discussion point for today is the community engagement, or the CSR part or the community part of it. So Mr. Sharma, what kind of initiatives you are engaging your community for the water conservation programs?
Yeah, basically, so we are working on community-based water management uh, programs, including NGOs through our CSR programs, where various rainwater harvesting projects across the nearby villages and schools at Tel Bangla we are doing time to time, right? And we have also supported to provide check dams for responsible uses of water at villages. We don't get any space over here, so we are having one location in Nashik also. There we have just done this check dam, so they can responsibly they can use that water. So these are some of the things we are just with the help of CSR funding, I can say. We are just doing. Even recently we developed this Nelmangla hospital. In that way, we are providing the water management and all that things has been initiated by ABB. So these CSR activities every year, depending on the budget as well as the requirement of the how we can help to the society, we are taking up further.
Yeah, so that is a good initiative because within the plant boundaries, you will have limited opportunities. Beyond
Yes.
certain maturities,
Exactly.
you cannot go beyond. So you have to look beyond your factory premises. So of course,
True.
community, there are a lot of options are available wherein now you can work with external stakeholders.
Yes, because there's suppose for the some of the initiatives, some space is required. We do not have inside your premises, so we can just extend that. So that is a good opportunity that through a CSR, we can just manage all these things. Yeah, please.
Yeah, so that will also help you in terms of creating a good brand image for the company. Right.
Right.
So, Mr. Suprat, do you like to add some points here from Genpact's perspective?
Yes, yes, absolutely. I think this is one of the areas where we can proudly say that we are doing very good. We take a pride on this. So I tell you, I think 10 years back we have adopted a lake in Bangalore. We have completely revamped it. It was not like accessible also to the community. We have completely revamped it. We created a pedestal track, open gyms. We planted trees around it, solar lightings, and all of that. But somehow that was one of our only initiatives then, 10 years back. But in the recent past, we have adopted two more lakes. One here is in Hyderabad, just next to our office bit office. And we also have adopted a lake in Haryana, Gurgaon, near to our office. So these are the three lakes we have adopted. Uh, and I think in our sustainability report, you can see the before, after, or kind of a transformation we have made there, which is, for the community, they are really liking it, the way it has been transformed. In 2024, there are two additions to it beyond the lake adoption, and both of them are very unique and very important and big ones. The first one is we have done a partnership with WWF India to help revive Chambal Yamuna River basin. Uh, Approximately, it will benefit around 50,000 farmers. It will improve the population of river dolphin and gharials, crocodiles in that belt uh, along 80 kilometer of the river. So it will conserve a landscape of around 5,000 square kilometer, deliver multiple stakeholder framework on for the ongoing management there. So that was a big one. This was a very recent one. We just started it last year, and hopefully it will be continued in future years as well. So that was the one. The second one is the Dang Jal Sanchay. We have done this in collaboration with the Watershed Organization Trust, where it's a drought-prone region in Karauli, Rajasthan. If you guys know, but yeah, that's a very drought-prone area. And over last 3 years, we have this project was created to restore water harvesting structures to save around 128 million liters of water in that district, and additionally make farmers resilient techniques to introduce help them, about 1,600 farmers to increase their crop productivity by up to 30%. So these are the very recent additions. So like to talk about it, and the detailed story will be available in our upcoming sustainability report, which is due next month. So stay tuned for that.
Thank you, Subrat. It is great to hear. We have to appreciate Unpack's initiatives because uh, the scope which is available beyond the boundaries. So you have
Yeah.
picked a lot of aspects. Like it is good to hear about when you talk about lake conservation. So Bangalore is a city of lakes where there are a
Yes.
lot of lakes needs attention. So
Yeah.
you have taken up this, and in water scarcity areas like Rajasthan, where you have been working with other external stakeholders for water replenishment program, it is really appreciable. Thank you for sharing the insights from Genpact's perspective. So before we
Pleasure.
conclude, I think there is one question from one of the participants on how the researchers from natural sciences can contribute to the sustainability division. Definitely, you can be a partner with Frost Sullivan in the sustainability panel. Definitely, we will be sharing the email address at the end of this presentation. Please note that, and you can connect with us so that we can engage for the future sustainability programs. So with this, we come to the end of discussion on today's topic. I think we had the theoretical presentation in the first part of the session, and then there was actual experience from our expert panel and how they are really implementing in their organizations, so not only within the boundaries but outside the boundaries, what kind of techniques, strategies they are using, how they are benchmarking, and how they are working with external stakeholders to take these initiatives beyond their company boundaries. So thank you both the experts, Mr. Mahesh Kumar Sharma and Mr. Subrat, for sharing, taking time out to be part of this discussion and sharing your insights, which are very useful for the participants who have joined. Thank you so much for your time. And I would also like to thank our attendees, webinar attendees, for their time and attention. And yeah.
Even Vivek, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Frost and Sullivan to give this opportunity as well as the platform for everyone. So where we can exchange our information and knowledge for the best practices sharing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Sharma. And the attendees, you can please make note of our coordinates to reach out for any inquiries and engagements. And also you can join our upcoming growth webinars on various topics. And then you can also set up a growth pipeline dialogue with Frost and Sullivan. Thank you so much. And you have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Frost and Sullivan. It was really interesting to share thoughts, like Manish sir also said. It's really good to engage with people interested in ESG, driving, improving, suggesting, learning, sharing experience to learn from each other. This is really helpful. Thank you so much, Frost and Sullivan, for conducting such sessions. Keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all.
Great.